OB, David Nuno, Ryan O'Brien in the house. What's up, man?
Man, appreciate you, David. Doing pretty good, man.
Thanks for. So look, we got to get into your camp. It's a great deal. It's free. We'll get it to the specifics. You do it every year. You come on the show and we talk about it. But something you told me during the break, I had no clue about it. I don't know if our audience knows. When you moved to San Francisco for your master's, right? University of San Francisco?
Yeah.
There was a period of time where you were homeless.
Yeah.
Do you tell this story ever? Or?
Not too much.
So tell, how did all that happen?
Yeah, so I went down to University of San Francisco, and I had housing there and whatnot. And the housing market in San Francisco is pretty tough, especially finding an apartment. And around the summertime, my first year there, I was thinking that it was just like Texas, where you can just apply for an apartment or whatever the case may be. That wasn't the case. So I ended up getting to the end of my housing agreement with the school, and I didn't have anywhere to stay. So basically, one of my buddies let me, stay on his couch. And during that same time, I was having financial aid issues at the University of San Francisco, and it's a very expensive city as well. Yeah. So thank the Lord, he was letting me to stay on his couch. And then I was also like doing a hotel, like that was like $50, $75 a night. So
you were staying at a glamorous hotel?
Yeah, no. But the great thing about it was that I actually met my wife during that season of being homeless and of just not really having a stable place to stay. And that's during the season I met my wife, and she really showed me how she loved me, even though I wasn't stable.
Right.
In terms of like housing and those types of things. And it was crazy because I didn't have a car either, so I was basically just doing public transportation, going to school. And shout out to University of San Francisco with their sport management program, because I wasn't able to pay my tuition during that particular season, and they allowed me to continue to be in the class until I got all my financial aid stuff situated. So it was a blessing, man. I learned how the good Lord, he's faithful. And even though I might have made a wrong step in terms of not getting my housing taken care of the way I needed to, or, my finances, that he was really faithful to me and had the right people in place, whether it was the director of the sport manager program at the University of San Francisco, or I was working as a personal trainer. I was able to start getting more clients.
You think?
Yeah.
Chest is popping out.
I never felt so inadequate. Got Nuno over here.
Bro, I feel like Pee Wee Herman next to this dude, right?
It's like a going up a cliff. You got Nuno with his bicep, and then you fall off and you get down there.
No, so it was good. And I was also interning at Cal Berkeley.
Okay. As
well. So I was doing a lot of stuff trying to figure it out. I was working with the football program with Coach Sonny Dykes was there at Cal Berkeley, and my coach at A&M was there, Mark Tomerdahl, who's still the special teams coach at TCU. We still have a good friendship now, but yeah, it was an interesting time.
Ryan, I know that Obi's got a couple questions for you. I want to get into your camp, but can you just remind our audience, because that part of the San Francisco is just part of your journey, right? The journey at A&M wasn't rosy in the beginning either.
Right.
Kind of remind the audience of yours, because it took 3 years to become a scholarship player, right?
Yeah. So I started off at Aldine Nimitz High School in Houston, and I played every position they needed me to play. So I didn't have a lot of like statistics in terms of a lot of catches, a lot of rush yards, and a lot of tackles and those types of things. So I was just a guy that just needed opportunity, and they gave me the opportunity at A&M to walk on. And one of the first things that happened when I got there was the freshman walk-ons had to work out differently than the rest of the team. And so it was a very challenging time period. I was under Francione. And it was just tough trying to break into playing and those types of things. But I just remember people encouraging me during that season. I know Brad Davis, he's like the O-line coach at LSU right now. He was like an interim head coach for a moment. I remember him writing a letter to me when I was, a walk-on, just telling me how, man, you're doing a great job and just keep doing what you're doing. And I try to do that now, honestly, with my kids, that whether it's players, just try to find ways to encourage them because you know how far that takes you.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that took me a long way in terms of just being encouraged to keep working hard. And I remember my first time playing in a real action was like in 2008, and I was able to be the 12th man in my junior year, and be able to make a huge tackle on Michael Crabtree, and they called it back, and I had to go and make a tackle again right after that. And it was so cool when I was able to go back home and be able to see the news, the sportscast, and they said my name, and that was really cool for somebody who was a walk-on, and then I think he got hurt. Michael Crabtree got hurt during that play.
So you hurt Michael Crabtree.
I'm not, but he got hurt.
Don't
so
come over this way.
So throughout the whole week on like Sports Center or like college football game day, you know how they have the daily show.
Right. Yeah.
They kept playing that one play.
There you go.
Throughout the whole week, and I was like, oh, that's so cool that
You got family calling you about it, right?
And you videoed it. If it was me, I'd have videoed it, and I'd watch it like every day. Still.
So let's do this. We got to our segment late. Let's hit a break. We'll do a second segment with you.
Okay,
We'll talk about your camp on the other side, and we'll get to some questions about Aggie football.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, the camp. Every year we talk about it. The cool thing about your camp is it's free for the community, right?
Yeah. So everybody's welcome. I got it from 4 years old to about 13. We have 2 sessions at 10 a.m. It's going to be...
What day, I'm sorry?
It's Saturday, April 19th, which is the day before Easter, and it's at Travis Fields in Bryan. But the first session is at 10 a.m. To about 10:45, about 4 to 7 year olds. And then from 8 to 13 years old, they'll go at 11 a.m. And it's right before the spring game, the A&M spring game. So you guys will come to the free football camp and then go check out the spring game right after that as well. We're going to have people like Christian Michael, so one of my old teammates. He'll be there. I call him Brother Malcolm Kennedy.
Yeah.
I'll be there. And we're going to have some actually current college football players as well from the community. They'll be there as well, and some other former college football players as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. HEB has come and partnered with us. So we'll have free food, free gifts.
Mr. Charles got you?
Yeah, Mr. Charles taking care of us.
Yeah, I know Mr. Charles. Everybody knows Mr. Charles.
And then Gabe is helping us out with our shirts, Gabe Bach.
Yeah.
And their realty group they have.
Bach Realty, yeah.
Yeah, and just a lot of people have helped out, as well as you guys, helping me to get it out to folks. But it's a great opportunity. And
you can sign up until when?
Up until Friday, April 18th. So we make sure we have a good shirt count, have a food count, and those types of things. But sign up as fast as you can, so we can just have the right numbers so we're ready to go. So right now we have about 70, 80 kids signed up. So hopefully we can get to about 120. That would be great for us.
Ryan, if your time as a walk-on and then becoming the 12th man and then going to San Francisco, all you dealt with, you are the epitome of perseverance and endurance. So I would ask, do you send any kind of message to that when at your camps, or is it all just the nuts and bolts of football?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. It's all about the big picture of life and building up the inside of that athlete. A lot of times we kind of live in this youth sports industry where it's about getting money or extracting something from the parent. And a lot of times you're not going to be able to see that through them being successful. They might fail in the game. You might but if you build up the inside of that young athlete, you'll be able to see tangible benefits regardless if they're playing the sports or not. So the camps that we have, my Java training, which are speed and agility, is all about building up the inside of the young person as well as the outside.
Excellent.
Ryan, thanks, man. Appreciate you,
I
brother.
appreciate
Great
you.
seeing
Thanks
you
a
as
lot.
always.